SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hi, DEEZY. This Treese.
Treese,
You
what's up,
hit
baby?
straight facts. What up, DEEZY?
What you doing, baby?
I'm doing fine. How y'all doing? How the chat doing? Love the chat. Love SGB channel.
My baby.
And everybody. Hey, man, you hitting close to home, bro. Man, you hitting straight facts.
You already
You know
know.
what I'm saying? I had to call in and let you know you hit straight fast because you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have to fall back and then people don't want you falling back and mad because you disconnect and certain things they don't know you disconnect for better growth and all that, but sometimes you don't have to explain and certain people ain't even up on your level and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I'm not even up on that level no more. Or maybe I grew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't tell that to certain friends. You can't tell that to certain family members. And then they automatically think that you just shutting them out. You shutting them out. I'm shutting you out because I'm trying to make my life better. They don't see that part. Don't know no don't nobody care about you trying to make your life better. Be why by moving, removing negative people places, and things from your space, but they will call you the problem. I don't get that. If
Yeah.
you trying to build yourself, I can do that. And we all 40 some years old. Sometimes we do got younger people listening to us too. But that's why we gotta make sure we make an example. We don't want them making the same mistakes we did. Come on now. We want them to learn from our mistake. And I'm gonna let y'all these what you think about that.
Hey, listen, I agree with you, baby. Listen, change gonna make you stronger, and that's something that is guaranteed. It's always gonna be changing. I feel like the older you get, you should want to change. You should want to do things different. You should want to, elevate. Some people get stuck in the same mentality and don't understand why they're not elevating, and everybody's not your friend. So, you got to understand, well, you might have outgrew somebody. They might have just been in your life for the season. You know what I mean? And some people just don't understand that and they end up learning the hard way. But, you got to focus on things that's going to make you better. And if having a relationship with someone isn't making you better, that relationship ain't for you, because life is about growth and everybody should be trying to grow constantly.
Okay, DZ. What about those people who knowing they toxic to you but try to keep forcing themselves on you?
Those are the people that you got to remove yourself from and really act like they don't exist, because if you keep allowing them to force themselves on you, they gonna hold you back, and it's no
Correct.
good for you.
Correct. And then when you do that and they say oh, you got nigga tendencies. You acting like a guy. You acting like you never had feelings for me. No, I'm acting like I'm protecting my heart.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
some guys say that to girls. You know what I'm saying? No, if you don't want to have your heart broken, if you already know what's going on in life and how the streets going and all that, and how the internet going on, why would you fall for the same thing? You saw 50 people fall for the same trick. You gonna fall for it?
And that's crazy about life, that people will see 50 people fall for the trick, and then they go over there and think that they have a code to not fall for the trick, but they still fall into the same trap. It's mental insanity.
And that's what goes up in there, what they saying, that thinking that they can change things, and some with AA, mental illness. It ain't mental illness, but just like you said, thinking that they could change things. You basically you doing the same things but expecting different results.
Yeah, and that shit don't work like that. You know, you gonna
It
get
don't
this.
work like that.
You gonna get the same result every
It
time.
don't work like that. And one thing we seen about with this internet shit, we'll go with NFA, with what everybody that came in contact with what came in contact with anybody that went on no jumper went down.
Every time.
And Adam played it off and act like that he don't have no clue.
Yeah,
You
every
notice
time.
that?
Every time. Anybody that come in contact and deal with whack, you know, because whack is only gonna deal with people that, you know, he can use, manipulate, and sacrifice them. So, you know, when they talk about people being sacrificed, you know, whack is sacrificing people for his ability to do what he's doing. So
Exactly.
every chance he get, you know, he's gonna put people in situations because he's sacrificing. You know, people get to thinking about, you know, when they talk about the Illuminati and then somebody
He want to
sacrificing,
be a part of the Illuminati bad, these.
but they got people that think about the Illuminati and then they say, you know, people are sacrificing their family members and they're doing certain things because they want to be an Illuminati. They don't think about that people will sacrifice other people to do what they want to do. So it's not just about people sacrificing, your family,
your loved ones,
yeah,
and your friends. Whack the type that we know that he got caught up in the situation and he wasn't. Whack the type that was not ready to do no jail time. He ain't no jail person. So he did whatever it took to stay out of jail. He's still doing whatever it takes to stay out of jail. Who, from, just like you said, I think I missed the other show, but I went back. He was like, who talk like that? But anybody from the streets know who would try to get you the detailed information and whack talk to you like a fucking detective. And those who don't see it, come on, man. Man, you ain't gotta have eyes to see that. You don't need ears.
Yeah, he definitely talked to you like a detective, and the people talk to him like they want to talk to the detective. They just give the damn information up.
Man, this shit is, man, that's why I'm so glad to be a part of SGB TV, because we denounce the street. The streets is over with. When you get to talking to the police and now you speaking their lingo, what is not a regular person. He is just like you said, he way more than hip hop police. That nigga, they baptized him in. He's a full live police.
Yeah, I definitely believe that, because some people think about Wack's juvenile record and then try to say, oh, he got a felony. Hey, listen, I try to tell people, you can have a felony, and if you get that felony expunged, there can be a department that will hire you. Now, if you get your pardon and you got your record expunged or whatever, if you're effective, you got to think about this, right? Wack get his record cleaned up and he's effective.
Remember, he ain't been in trouble in 30 years.
Yeah, and he's effective to the point where he can get information inside of the communities, inside of the gangs. They're going to bring him on board. So
he's been very effective. He bringing them straight to a shrimp table.
Yeah, he definitely makes some things happen.
Everybody that get into it with you automatically go to the feds.
Yeah. That's why you got to be living right. You deal with whack, you better be living right. You go at him, you
There's
better be
no
living
such
right.
thing as coincidence.
Listen, we
I'm so
know.
glad to be a part of SGBTV. We taking that nigga down. This one fair. I'm Frank White on this shit. This nigga going down too. He got to go down. And he ain't nearby. He was only washing motherfucking tires and filling up air. How the fuck you? But them the ones, you give them a mouth, they take a in. I mean, whatever.
You
I
give them an
mixed
inch,
it up.
they take a mile.
Exactly. That nigga whack, man, Suge Knight, you see Suge Knight don't even speak up on that nigga no more.
Yeah, he know whack is a pee-wee. You know what I'm saying? Whack then got on this internet and act like, he's always been big, but at one point he ran around and he was a flunky, and I think that is like a part of the gang culture. You got to be a flunky in order to get somewhere, and then the flunkies.
Nah, there ain't no gang culture.
They
don't do that shit in Chicago.
But I feel
I ain't gonna let you say that.
But I feel
we
like
we don't play that.
But I feel like it is like that because when you
no, it ain't. It ain't.
When you
just say that's why it is in LA.
When you become a part of a gang, you have to start.
No.
You have to start at the bottom. You don't get to be at the top.
Being a part of a game is just stupid. Everybody ain't no flunky, DEEZY.
But I feel like you gotta be a flunky to be a part of a gang.
I was never a flunky, and there's a lot of people that was never a flunky.
But you gotta initiate yourself. You gotta do stuff to be initiated. So if you get in the gang,
Chicago different then. We different then.
I just feel like with the gangs, you gotta do something to prove yourself. So
we don't do all that. We don't do all that here.
Huh?
We don't do all that here.
So you think that the gangs there in Chicago, they don't do
I know for a fact we don't do that. You don't have to kill nobody to be a part of the gang.
So you don't that. You don't have to do anything to show that you're gonna be down with something?
You don't gotta kill nobody.
Now it ain't about that. It's other things you can do to be a flunky. If you're gonna
you gotta whoop a little ass.
Listen, if somebody's telling you to go whoop a little ass to be a part of a gang, that's on some flunky shit. If you gotta go in the store,
just be people that we already in tour with these. You know what I'm saying?
But that's still flunky shit. If somebody else is telling you to do something,
but it ain't nobody telling us that.
So
they block saying that they block in Chicago. We be like, y'all rep this block, and then we rep that block, and because y'all rep this block, and if we, I don't know, it's kind of different. We fight for different reasons. We don't ever care about no territory because everybody get to make money. One thing about Chicago, everybody gotta get money, baby.
But what I'm saying is, if you are getting, involved in the gang and you gotta do something to be a part of the gang, that's being a flunky, baby. You might not want to look at it that way, but
I ain't have to do all that.
But I mean, it's like maybe you didn't, but it's plenty of people that have to show that they're on that type time to be a part of something. So if somebody is telling you,
they must run under the fire.
But I'm saying it's a lot of people that they have to do things to show that they want to be.
I ain't never heard that in Chicago game. We don't do like that. We make up our own games and run with our own crew. And then next thing you know, they just be hanging with each other.
But
that Chicago, it's wild, DEEZY.
But
they don't do all that.
But I do know though, if you want to be a part of a gang, you're gonna have to show that you're gonna ride. You're not gonna be a part of a gang and somebody's just gonna take your word and say that.
Oh yeah, you right about that.
Yeah, so you gotta show and prove that
You
that
gotta
you're
show
going to
your
be down for the
loyalty.
code. Yes. So that's being a flunky. If somebody has to
But
go
you
out
know,
there,
we ain't never had to kill nobody. We ain't never had to beat up no homeless person. We ain't never had to, you know, it ain't like what the movies say.
and I listen, and I understand that, but I just feel like we as people should be our own people. You know what I'm
I
saying?
am. I'm my own
Listen,
person. You your
so
own person. I'm not no game maker.
yeah, that's
That
what
was
I'm saying. So
back then.
yeah, I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying?
So that, but
When
you
I
gotta,
was in high school.
but you gotta
You know
think
what I'm
about
saying?
this, right? This is 2026. In order,
Yeah, we old as hell.
it
We
was like
just
that. It was like that back then, but now, if you want to be accepted in the game, you have to go and do something to show that you want to be accepted. They're not just gonna say, "Oh, you with us." No, a nigga gonna say, "Yo, you got to put some work in, bro."
nah, they just an LA game. They don't do that in Chicago, DEEZY.
Man, I think every game you got to put work in, baby.
They don't do that in the. You gotta put work in, but you don't have to kill nobody.
Yeah, but you keep saying the same thing. We're not talking about that, Trees.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
you
what
keep.
I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
but I'm
you
talking about.
gotta put
It's
work
other
in. Mean
things.
like you have
It's
to be loyal to the family.
but listen,
That's
Trees.
what mean put work in.
But it ain't just about that. If somebody telling you, "Yo, you gotta go steal from the store. You gotta go
I ain't
do
never
something."
heard that.
Let
Who still? We getting too much money. We don't do that. We don't do that. That
Trees.
shit is
You
so embarrassing. No.
you making an excuse for it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we don't do things like that. I swear to God,
But
DEEZY, I'm
baby,
telling you the
it's
truth.
a lot of violence going on in Chicago.
Probably when we was, nah, hell no, we don't. I'm from 290
It's a lot of
Chicago
violence
Avenue.
though. It's a lot of violence
No,
going on in Chicago.
nobody still at a
But
stores.
I'm just saying it's people being unalive all the time in Chicago.
The
So
violence
so
is people snaking each other out.
but you got to
That
think
ain't got
about this,
nothing to
right?
do with other people.
But it's still people that get initiated in the gang by snaking somebody else's op out. You know what I'm saying? So
I
you
can
have
believe that. You a boy.
so
So you probably do know.
yeah, trust and
I don't
believe.
know about that boy stuff.
I'm
I don't
just
know about boy stuff. I don't get in boy stuff. So let me be right. Let me correct this. I don't get in none of that stuff. So I can't speak on that. But
yeah.
what I know, I don't see them never going nowhere. So we be partying like that and spending a lot of money. I ain't never see my people never going. They busy spending money. I don't know. I don't know. I'm off the Chicago Avenue and home and Spalding. 290 is way different. We get money. We have TVs outside. I don't know what everybody don't do the same thing different. I don't believe in fighting hypes or none of that. I don't know. I ain't never had to get jumped in no game or jump nobody in no game. I don't know about that. I don't.
But
I
it's
don't know
happening.
these.
It's happening
I
though.
didn't even know that existed.
It's happening though. It's happening though.
So that really exists.
Yes, baby, it's happening, baby.
What, LA?
It's happening everywhere, baby.
It don't happen in Chicago.
Yes, it do, Trees.
You don't have to let nobody beat you up. That shit was so old, DEEZY.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like it's happening everywhere. People do different gangs do different things. You know what I'm saying? Different gangs do different things. Different people run the gang. It's not all the same person running. Every gang. So different people have different ways of.
I don't know about the gang, but I don't see no fighting. Out west, we don't fight or argue no more. We don't even shoot each other.
Yeah, but it's
so
it's different things going on.
I don't know about this.
It's different things going on though, Trees. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's not my era. And you acting like it's so surprising because you over there with the white folks. I get what you saying, DEEZY, but I promise to God, I don't get none of this in my area. I get
Trees.
it out south, but when I go out west,
But you
nah.
but you got to
Well,
think about it, right? If you say you be out south and west, Chicago's bigger than just south and west. You know what
I
I'm
know it
saying?
is.
All right then. So you're saying what you know from the people that you experienced. It's plenty of people in Chicago that you haven't experienced, that you don't know. So it's plenty of gangs that you're not associated with that you
I
don't
don't
know.
hang around gang members,
So
Jesus.
but that's why I'm trying to tell you something. I'm telling you, like
Oh, okay. You
for
right.
you to be a part of something, you have to do certain things. People are
Nah,
not
I don't
just
hang around them. I'm about.
yeah.
I don't hang around them.
I'm just saying, in order for you to be a part of something, baby, you got to be a flunky, baby. You have to come in at the bottom level, and you got to show that you with the cause, baby. So that's
Who
just how
me?
I go. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general.
Uh,
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I don't hang with them. I ain't never. I don't even hang. The clubs I go to, you gotta be 40 and over. The crowd I hang around, so I don't see the thing. I be in the city and don't see certain things. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of gangbangers, but I don't hang with them. I don't hang with them. I've been stopped gangbanging, and I tell everybody stop gangbanging. Certain stuff people be expecting me to know because I've been around so long, but I don't be knowing because I if you say you cancel shit, I left it alone. I gave the game banging shit alone. I turned my if you game bang, I turned my one name. I gave it up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, well, it's a part of the streets, baby. The streets is the streets, and it's a lot of flunkies in the street, baby. When you want to be a part of other people, you
Yes,
have to be a
right.
flunky, baby. You know what I'm saying? When you running your own ship, that's you doing what you want to do. But when you running with a clique, there's gonna be somebody at the top of the clique, and there's gonna be people that's underneath that person. And majority of the time, the people that are underneath that person, they might not want to consider themselves as flunkies, but they're going to be flunkies because they're going to do what the person at the top of the clique is saying. So that's just how the game go of life, baby.
We already know who on top. Whoever on top is the one, the supplier. So can't none of us be no motherfucker. The government is the top person. We are the fools. So that's why I quit the drug industry. Because why would I work for the government? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Hell no.
I'm with you,
And then
baby.
they still get you locked up. No,
I'm
I
with you,
ain't doing
baby.
that. I'm just saying, I'm not no law-abiding citizen because, I mean, I am a law-abiding citizen. I'm not no rule breaker because I figured it out. And I've been left this shit alone. And I ain't got to worry about it. I can talk about this shit because, man, hey, I ain't no rule breaker no more. And this what SGBTV channel for. We just talking about when we used to be hustlers, right?
It's things that happen in everybody's life, baby. A lot of
But we
people.
only talking about when we used to be hustlers.
It's things that happen in everybody's life. Right now, we was talking about the people that you know are flunkies for inserting themselves amongst the gangs. And
Oh, I'm sorry, I changed the subject. Let me get off the phone. Busy.
I
I ain't
appreciate
trying to change the subject.
I appreciate you calling in, baby.
Alright, my bad.
SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, I
SBGB
changed.
TV live call-in show.
Hello?
You
Can you
gotta
hear me?
you gotta turn your TV down.
Okay, got you, my brother. Got you.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Look, I just want to say,
about the internet, man. Somebody gonna get killed with these gossiping.
You
Hello?
gotta turn the TV down, bro.
I did. It's off. It's down.
Okay. Now what you say?
I just want to say, the lady that we're just talking right now, she don't know too much about the gangs, man. I'm 65 years old, been done, been in prison, gang bang all my life, and we old men acting like little kids. That's why these kids ain't learning nothing. And gangs, it's true what you say, ain't no good, man. It's a lot of backstabbing, backdooring in Chicago. So I don't know what she's talking about, man. Chicago's all messed up. We gotta start showing these kids, especially us old back gangbangers, they're acting like little kids, like Whack 100, Rick Ross, Rob, whatever his name is. We're not showing nothing, so they follow us. If we keep doing these stupid things, being snitching each other, putting people trash in the internet, it's wrong, man. It's never gonna change. You gotta stop doing that, man.
Yeah.
And Whack destroying everything, man. And people still follow that man, knowing that he's a rat. Because let me tell you something. Let me explain something. Okay, Sponge your record. Yes, but when you got a felony, it gotta be drugs or it gotta be something lower. Because even if you sponge it, you can never get a job in a government situation. Because that happened to a lot of my friends. You know what I'm saying? It depends how many records you got and what is the record. Because in New Jersey, it's way different. I left Chicago because I got tired of the gangbang. So I moved to New Jersey. It's more beautiful over here. But, we need people like you and Trap News that keep it real, man. Because, we destroying everything in this world, man. That's all I got to say. Let's keep it real. And that lady, she's sugarcoating anything. Chicago's messed up, man. It's a lot of backdooring, a lot of backstabbing, man. That's all I got to say. These grown men, stop acting like little kids. Grow up. You too, Whack. Grow up. And let's get it real, man. Let's save these kids from this. That's all I got to say. Guys, have a good day. God bless you.
Appreciate you calling in, brother. Yeah, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Yo, salute to you, my dude. I've been rocking with you from day one, all the way, all day.
What's poppin', bro?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I had to call you because you said something the other day, and you said, "Yo, I don't like people." Yo, that hit me to the heart. And then you said, "I don't deal with people. I don't trust people."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. That hit me on the head. Like, it hit me on the head. I watch you all the time, B. All the time. I don't care what time, if I'm driving, whatever, I don't care.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yo, I'll tell you what, it's solid. You the kind of dude I could roll with because I wouldn't even trust you. But you even, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yo, I swear on God. Yo, B, you hit everything on the solid, on the tip, and you know what? These suckers, they don't want to call in. Okay, don't call in, but they want to jump in the chat or whatever suckers. Okay, put on your flip flops or whatever. I don't know what you're doing. But yo, you said, okay, let me get this correct though. You said, I don't like people. I don't trust people. Matter of fact, you said, oh man, hold up. I'm excited right now talking to you. You said, Special Olympics type.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, that's me all the way all day, B. I was like, yo, I gotta call it. I gotta call it. Cause I already know where you going with that, but you know, yo, dude, I watched you build up your platform all the way from the bottom, and you know what? Yo, salute to you, B, and I hope you go all the way to the top, B.
I appreciate that, my brother.
All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you calling in.
All right.